57-year-old Yi Wang is a researcher of the Shanghai History Museum, mainly in charge of searching for and collecting pictures about Shanghai with historical values.
你现在看很多报纸书，掌握信息啊。
For someone who has lived in Shanghai all his life like Yi Wang, this is the job he feels the most passionate about and most familiar with. During the photo collecting process, what Yi Wang feels most directly is the transformation of living conditions in Shanghai.
我是58年出生在上海，住在长宁区。过去3代人给你租个15平米、18平米，那已经是非常好了。有的5口人住10个平方米的多的是。
How to retain the memory and recover the real history became a tough question. In 2005, Yi Wang got to know Bo Guo, the son of Mo Ruoguo, who had taken a lot of photos in the past.
波波先生呢，在上海也是一个知名人士。他既是建筑师，同时又是摄影师。他坚持数年，所以积累了大量的摄影的作品。虽然他年份不是很久，也就是到70年代到现在，也就是40多年，但是这一段历史也不能忘却。
A little sad, the almost 90-year-old Bo Guo passed over 20,000 photos he took to Yi Wang. A year later, the photos were published in the album entitled Light and Shade of Shanghai. The album became a super hit with many old Shanghainese finding what they remembered about Shanghai in the album.
我们家里也挺拥挤的，我们家里就6口人嘛，兄弟姊妹4个嘛，这个还有父母亲嘛，2个房间，但是都是很小的，就10个平方。要做作业啊什么的，不可能有个书桌的，基本上都是在家里的饭桌上面，对吧？吃完饭，打扫干净，做作业了。
比如像这一张，它是选取了上海南市区的某一个街道。 那么这里面呢，实际上是一个普通人的一个生活的环境，它是选取了一个早晨的一个画面，应该是在秋天到冬天的时候穿着棉衣，你看上面是倒马桶、痰盂，这个居住的环境呢应该是比较差的。
In fact, the poor housing conditions in Shanghai at that time was not a special case. Rather, it was a miniature of the situation of cities across China. After the founding of the new China, there was a rapid surge in population. By 1982, the population of China had exceeded 1.03 billion, almost doubling the 540 million when the new country was just established. But the housing construction and allotment system lagged behind the surge. It was hard to satisfy the growing need for housing.
在我们国家建国以来，当时实行的是计划经济体制嘛，在住房上我们一直实行的是福利制度，就是单位分房。
我们当时的经济实力还不够，所以实际上国家和单位的在住房方面的投资，就是远远不能满足人们的住房需求。 这样呢，就导致很多家庭没有住房，就是只要单位一分房，甚至还打架的。
你想一个人结婚要一套房子，这很现实嘛，跟你没有住房怎么结婚？所以上海过去你有1间房，你不要讲，人家小姑娘都排队要找你了。
大家现在看到的就是我们社区的一个沙盘图。像我们负1层的话，就打造的是一个农贸市场，面积就是117松下来163。它位于
In today's China, people improve their living conditions by buying a home from realtors. Buying such commercial homes available in the market is a commonly accepted practice in the current society. However, in the 1970s and 80s, this was something people dared not to think of In their mind, a home is a welfare item, not a commodity, and the only way to obtain a home was to be allotted one by the government or employer. The transformation of the concept took a long and complex process. It all started with the construction of a new city known as Shenzhen. This year marks the 36th year for the 80-year-old Jinxing Luo to come to Shenzhen. He is among the first to arrive in Shenzhen to build the first special economic zone, responding to country's call as China started her reform and open up policy.
79年3月13号吧，就乘那个公共汽车来到深圳。
Today, Shenzhen has become a metropolis with an international influence. But in 1979, in the eyes of the newcomer Jinxing Luo, Shenzhen was a remote fishing village, and the Shekou industrial zone, euphemized by many as the experimental field of reform and opening up, was still under construction, with large groups of construction workers swarming in. Jinxing Luo, the then deputy director of Bureau of Housing Management, realized that the most burning need was to provide welfare housing for the zealous builders of the new city. But he had only 500,000 RMB as the fund for it, which was far from enough to a huge construction project.
最大的问题就是钱，建设路南路的2万平方米呢，当时啊，起码要200万，啊，考户难做无米炊，现在工程队来了，都开工了，木材水泥都要钱，工人吃饭也要钱。 1个月起码要2万块。
Construction time getting shorter and shorter, and the humongous funds missing, put Jinxing Luo in distress. What to do? Jinxing Luo shifted his eyes to Hong Kong across the river. At that time, with the favorable policy to the Shenzhen Special Economic Zone, a larger number of Hong Kong residents came to Shenzhen to start their businesses and settle down. These people also had a need for housing.
人家香港政府能够把黄土变成金，你们为什么不能啊？我讲能不能这样啊？变通啊？啊？那我们能不能够干脆建了房子卖给香港人呢、啊？这样啊，行不行啊？我们这个董主场啊，也是好像万里长城，很牢固。
This community in Luohu District, Shenzhen City, is called East Lake Lee Garden. It is the proudest work among Jinxing Luo's 80 years of life. Although a bit weathered compared with the surrounding properties built recently, it has seen better days. When it was opened 30 years ago, it was quite sensational. The community was built in a brand new model, with the Shenzhen city providing the right to use the land, and Hong Kong businessmen investing in the construction and sales made in Hong Kong. The final revenue was split with Shenzhen taking 85% and Hong Kong businessmen 15%.
这块地呢，一个这里交通方便，离口岸也近，到春节就卖楼花了。一公布，哇，香港非常受欢迎，排队。 排得长长的，一天就卖完了。
This situation had not been expected by anyone. Not only was the construction fund for welfare housing secured, but a bright future and brand new world showed in front of Jinxing Luo. In 1980, the first realtor company in China was established, and that is the Shenzhen Special Economic Zone Real Estate Company. It was headed by Jinxing Luo, who was the general manager. From 1980 to 85, many real estate companies were set up in Shenzhen, with 39 property projects involving foreign investment, and a total amount of investment reaching over 4 billion, which provided the initial capital needed for Shenzhen's future development.
中国的住房的市场化应该和中国的改革开放基本上是完全同步的。70年代末，11月3日全会刚开过的时候，小平同志就对住房问题提出了他市场化去向的一些构想，所以在80年代初的时候开始了一些探索。
84年以后，各个地方呢开始尝试住房制度的一些改革，就把公房分给个人，提高这个房屋的租金。那个时候只是一些少量的试点。
90年代的时候，社会上已经有一些这个商品房了，对单位出售，也可以对个人出售。
总体上来说呢，向着商品化、向着自由化慢慢的迈进。
In 1996, 60-year-old Jinxing Luo put down all of his work and retired in his hometown to enjoy his life. By that time, the Shenzhen Special Economic Zone Real Estate Company had already grown to a large organization with businesses overseas and total assets exceeding 4 billion yuan. But by the time of Luo's retirement, the commercial housing which Luo had attached so much hope to was still not completely marketized, with welfare housing system existing at the same time. This had made commercial housing market develop at an extremely slow pace. Jinxing Luo feels somewhat sorry for it.
农业生产资料我们商品化了，市场化了，很多方面都市场化了。但是我们住房没有市场化，那我们的经济呢不是一个完全的市场经济，因为住房这是一个很庞大的一个产业，上下游关联几十个行业，同时呢也和人们的日常生活息息相关。说没有住房的市场化，我们市场经济呢就不是一个完善的市场经济，所以很自然的，住房也必须市场化。
Throughout history, opportunities often derive from accidental events. In 1998, a financial crisis that impacted all of Asia sounded an alarm for the rapidly developing Chinese economy. How to deal with it and protect the rapid growth became a big difficulty China was faced with.
那个时候，为了应对亚洲金融危机，我们也要扩大内需。内需的潜力，一个是住房，一个是汽车，所以住房商品化在那个时候是正式启动的，
使得我国的这个住房制度发生了一个非常重大的一个变化，也使我国的住房这个改革发生了一个飞跃。
在那次危机的契机之下，真正彻底告别了住房的福利分配制度，走向了社会化。所以，商品房这个概念在中国全面普及是1998年开始。
1998 was the transitional period of the two systems in China and became the watershed between two lifestyles of Chinese people. "62-year-old De Shu is an amateur photographer specializing in birds. He has quite a reputation for his works, some of which have been selected for Nature magazine.
我玩摄影玩的时间比较长，后来退了以后呢，这2年才重点的好的拍鸟，特别是潜飞鸟。那个潜飞鸟它路过这个地方，在你这个地方待到，过冬，这个要求的话呢，它这个环境都相对要好一些。那个生态环境啊，森林植被呀，绿地呀，包括一些水呀，它都要求的有。
Unlike other photographers who need to go out to mountains and valleys in the wild, De Shufu mainly takes his photos in his neighborhood.
因为我们那个小区一定面积大的，环境比较好，因为那个鸟的变化对环境要求特别严谨。 一个地方的话，鸟种比较多的情况下，说明那个地方那个环境都比较好，也适合人住居啊，也适合这个鸟类啊生存。
The neighborhood where De Shufu lives was built in 2005, with the original objective being to build an environment which is pleasant and suitable to reside. And this objective was the biggest selling point then. Now, the property is like a nice park with hills and streams. Driven by the market, the commercialization of housing in China took less than 20 years. With huge potential and room, not only in the increasing quantity of supply, but quality as well. From 1998 to the early 21st century, construction sites were found across cities in China, big or small. The roaring of the machinery accompanied the increasing hope of people for a better life. Every afternoon, De Shufu picks up his grandson from a nearby kindergarten. As his daughter and son-in-law are both very busy, picking up the kid and taking photos have become his top priority. De Shufu's house was bought a few years ago. It is over 140 square meters. His daughter and son-in-law have their own apartment in the same neighborhood. Prior to 1995, Mr. and Mrs. Fu, together with their 2 daughters, had been living in a house of just a dozen square meters. Such change is quite common among average Chinese people nowadays.
在1998年住房制度改革的那一年，成果城镇人均的住房面积18平方米，现在我们已经达到人均33平方米。那么户均的住房面积已经达到接近100平方米左右，是个了不起的进步。
改革开放之初，我们盖的那房子呢，一般都是那种2小间的。当时来说呢，人们已经喜出望外了，厨房、客厅就非常小。但是我们后来呢，越来越发展的，比方说厨房，就是功能越来越完善，客厅越来越大，真正像客厅了。当然，不光是我们这个住房内部的功能越来越完善，而且呢，就是它的质量越来越好。
For architect Feng Tian, who has 20 years of design experience under his belt, the neighborhood of the photographer Xu Defu was a turning point in his career path. As the demo of the first healthy residential project of the country, this project had great expectations attached to it since the beginning of its planning.
从当时做这个小区的规划设计啊，目标是打造一个武汉市一个比较中高档的一个住宅小区。然后当时的设计宗旨呢，还是考虑的以人为本和可持续发展的这个宗旨。
The healthy residential project of the country was based on the 1999 policy to promote new materials, new technology, and new process. Its aim was to encourage innovation in the design of commercial properties, with examples set up first and then gradually popularized in order to enhance technological advancement and ameliorate the quality and functions in residential industries.
国家对这个绿建这个方面还是下了很大的功夫。从开始的墙体的禁用这个实心红体砖，到后面保温材料的使用，到目前的被动式建筑，应该说这个发展呢是循序渐进的。它的主要是为了给人们居住提供一个更好的一个休息的一个环境，所以说在这方面下一点成本，我觉得值得的。
10 years ago, when Feng Tian was first given the project, there was not much experience to learn from, and things had to start from scratch. This was quite a challenge to a young lad just over 30 like him.
武汉属于这个夏热冬冷地区，夏天的室外温度比较高，要解决隔热问题。冬天呢比较阴冷，又不属于产暖地区，就是外墙墙面的处理和这个窗户的处理是最为关键的。进行了一些新材料的尝试，比如说外墙采用这个聚锰颗粒保温砂浆，窗户采用的是双层玻璃中空玻璃，所以这样的极大提高了这个住宅的这个维护性能的保温隔热。这种做法是一种探索，但是呢，探索呢也比较成功。
Today, 10 years later, Feng Tian's achievement from his previous experiments and exploration has become a set of standards for commercial properties across Wuhan City. Some properties have been upgraded. Today in China, people's demand in housing has gone beyond attention to the surface area and the layout, to include matching supporting facilities and accessibility to public transportation. Such needs have become increasingly important.
住房制度改革应该说对我们老百姓最切身的感受哈，我们的居住的功能、品质、环境配套大幅度上升。所以如果没有住房市场，我们的住房的条件的改善就不会有今天这样一个程度。
比方说住宅小区，我们首先要把住宅小区周围的交通、公共服务设施、绿地等等，首先要建设起来。因为住房的发展，使得这个城市的这个环境发生了很大的变化，得到大幅改善。
From enlarging living space to improving living environment and to introduction of greening, housing in China has reached a new level almost once every few years, which is at a rapid pace. But in some metropolitan areas and central towns, due to skyrocketing population growth, housing prices remained high. This is also one of the most severe challenges for housing in China.
这卖多少钱才这葱？6毛啊！现在有点贵呀、你能不能减点啊？6、7、42、4块。
At this time of the year, Grandpa Song, who lives in Benxi, would buy a lot of leeks and store them for the winter. In the cold North China, this is a tradition.
哎呀，大葱买回来了。
The 85-year-old Grandpa Song has lived in this neighborhood for 20 years. This was the first commercial property complex in Benxi. But due to a rather lagged behind architectural technology, problems have appeared.
就是楼房过去也冷，暖气管道老化，再加上原来的这个建筑质量比较低，管道泡沫。 底漏这个方面比较严重，取暖这个事儿就这大事儿，弄点这个电暖气啦、熏一熏啦、这个小暖宝啦，完了都用。
In Benxi, there are many old complexes like the one Grandpa Song lives in. The residents there have been severely impacted. However, to provide more heating will lead to waste of resources. To address this problem, at the end of 2013, a warm house project was launched in Benxi.
咱们去分门小区看看施工的情况，根据图纸对照施工具体还存在什么问题。
52-year-old Jin Wang is the person in charge of the project, with 10 years of experience in building insulation. Literally, a real expert in this field.
在质量问题这一块，应该是重中之重。所以质量这块，我们从哪块抓？一个从材料，一个从施工这块抓。检测分2种形式，一个是厚度，我们当场拿尺校，60厚，这符合要求。符合要求之后呢，我们才能让它上墙。
The Warm House project is basically to install a fireproof polyethylene board, known as polystyrene board, to the outer walls of an old building. Through complex construction process, this is not only for heat insulation purposes, but for aesthetic purposes as well.
通过对暖房工程供暖企业进行了走访和测算，凡是做了暖房子工程的节煤率普遍都达到了18%以上。 2000多万平的暖房子，全部得到实施以后，预计我们年节煤可以达到12万吨左右，每年可以节省采购煤的成本7000多万，减少了大量的二氧化碳这些有害物质的排放。
孙大爷，我来看看你。
啊，好，谢谢谢谢。
这个是去年做的保温啊。
啊，去年
啊，咱们属于叫节能改造。
哎。
这么1年了，感觉怎么样？
感觉很好
啊，
基本保持18度。
啊，
哎，有的16度，有的19度、20度。
Grandpa Song's home underwent the thermal enhancement reconstruction last year. The home not only gets warmer, but the environment of the complex has been improved tremendously as well. Now, Grandpa Song is very satisfied with his life.
一般的都是11月1号开始，那给上暖气了。 那这室内18、9度、20来度，这个工程那是老百姓的那个幸福工程的。暖房子屋里暖和了，那环境也改善了，地面铺砖了，所以这个生活就非常方便。特别老年出去了，腿脚啊也比较方便了，这不都是变化吗？
整个这个工程这几年，你看北京市确实有变化，我感觉变得也是美了，尤其是咱们成片做的都确实效果也明显。 像我讲说的这老百姓人心热了，城市美了。
Yi Wang has spent his whole life in Shanghai and feels deeply attached to the city. Today, Shanghai has become one of the most modern metropolises in China. But Yi Wang still misses the past. In his spare time, he enjoys visiting the Shanghai Urban Planning Exhibition Center, where over 100 years of Shanghai history is displayed. Every time, the visit touches his heart, with him marveling at the transformation of the city through all these years.
现在你看看上海的变化，对吧？你看浦东的变化，这个大家有目共睹。这个变化应该讲翻天覆地，这倒不是随便讲讲啊，确实大家都感受到。
首先，我们看到第一个板块啊，这里呢是看到的是上海的最原始的交通工具，就是这个营业轿子。当时这种轿子呢是出现在码头一带，是给生。
Memories of the past have turned to old photos hung on the wall. For today's young people, the life of their father's generation is hard to imagine. In their eyes, the future is like an interesting sand table, in that it will continually be reshaped and expanded in their beautiful dreams.